time that I teach the verb tener in Spanish, I think about the word sopa, soup. This is because this word helps me remember the uses of the verb tener. In this video, I'm going to teach you what I mean about sopa, so you can use this verb as a native speaker too. I'm going to give you a quick challenge so you can apply the verb tener, and I'm going to give you some idiomatic expressions that you can use with this verb. Hi everyone, this is Daniela from Tell Me in Spanish, y estoy aquí para ayudarles a hablar español de forma más natural. Let's face it, tener is one of the most common verbs you're going to use in Spanish, so you better get comfortable using it. So how do we use tener? In Spanish, we use tener to talk about symptoms and sensations. In other words, in more simple words, this means physical and emotional states. To do this, you're going to use tener plus the noun that expresses this feeling or state. For example, tengo mucho calor. I'm hot. It's true, like Mexico is really hot right now. Daniela siempre tiene hambre. Daniela is always hungry. Haha, that's funny. But yeah, like you can use tener to talk about like the feelings you have in your body because, in this case, I'm the proud owner of an empty stomach. Another example. ¿Tienen miedo? Are you scared? Are you watching a horror movie and that's why you're scared? Now, let me ask you this. Does the sentence tener miedo de las arañas sounds right to you? Let me give you a quick tip. We can use tener miedo de, but we use it with an infinitive verb. For example, tengo miedo de equivocarme. I'm afraid of making a mistake. You can also use tener miedo a with a noun when you're describing something that is making you scared. For example, if I wanted to say this correctly, I will say, le tengo miedo a las arañas. Another common use of tener is to talk about obligations, and this is very straightforward. You're going to use tener to talk about duties and obligations you have to do. To do it, you're going to use tener que plus an infinitive. Let me show you. Sandra tiene que estudiar. Sandra has to study. She didn't do well on her exams. Nosotros tenemos que limpiar la cocina. We have to clean the kitchen. That's the only thing I hate about cooking. Me tengo que ir. I have to go. Notice that you can use tener when you're talking about obligations. You can use tener with any infinitive verb that you want. This includes reflexives or verbs that take direct or indirect objects. The key here, though, is going to be placing your pronoun correctly. You can do what I just did here, me tengo que ir, or you can place this pronoun at the end, tengo que irme. It's the same. I'm going to leave you a resource in the description so you know when and how to place pronouns in Spanish. Another common use of tener, and I like to call this the toxic use, is to talk about possessions and relationships. Basically, you're going to use tener to talk about your belongings, but also about your family, your relationships, your friends, etc. In this case, you're going to use tener, a number if you want to count the number of partners or siblings you have, plus a noun. For example, mi vecina tiene dos perritas. My neighbor has two dogs and they are so cute. Laura tiene un hermano y una hermana. Laura has a brother and a sister. Ellos tienen ojos azules. They have blue eyes. You can also use this use, that sounds like a tongue twister. You can also use this application of tener to describe yourself or others when you're talking about body parts because, it's your eyes. You own them. And finally, you can use tener to talk about age. You have sopa here. I know what you're going to say. Why do you people use tener to talk about age? That's weird. Hey, English is weirder with this. No, I know. It sounds a little bit weird. Yo tengo X number of years. But in Spanish, and the official question is that the language evolved that way, and this is why we say it this way. But I like to think that in Spanish, we are not our age. We own it. I should be a philosopher instead of a Spanish teacher. But anyway, so yes, you're going to use tener to talk about your age, and to do it, you're going to use tener plus a number plus the word años. For example, Claudia tiene 20 años. Claudia is 20 years old. Ellos tienen 15. They are 20 years old. Check that in Spanish. If the context is clear enough, you can omit the word años because, we're talking about age. It's pretty clear that that's what we're talking. And if you want to ask about someone's age, you're going to use the question word ¿cuántos? Daniela, ¿cuántos años tienes? Daniela, how old are you? Nice try. A lady never says her age. So now that you know sopa, let me show you some basic expressions that we also use with tener and that are going to help you sound more natural. For example, tener prisa, to be in a hurry. No puedo quedarme, tengo prisa, I can stay, I'm in a hurry. Tener cuidado, to be careful. Hey, ten cuidado, la niña está ahí. Hey, be careful, the girl is there. Tener ganas, I love this one. Tener ganas is an expression we use to say that we want to do something or we want to eat something. For example, tengo ganas de comer pizza. I feel like eating pizza. That's true. Tener suerte. That's very similar in English to have luck. Tener en la punta de la lengua. To have on the tip of your tongue. When you can't remember something, you're so close but you can remember. Tener en la punta de la lengua. So now let me give you a quick challenge. It's going to be very simple. You're going to tell me a little bit more about yourself using the verb tener. Let me give you an example. Yo soy Daniela. No tengo mascotas, although I would like one dog or two. Tengo muchísimo calor. It's true, Mexico is really hot right now. Y en un rato tengo que preparar la cena. So that's my example. You can do the same. Leave your description in the comments and I'm going to help you correct it if you need it. So before we finish this video, I want to leave you 2 extra resources just in case you want to go deeper into this topic. The first one is a video, is this same lesson just in Spanish. That way you get to practice your listening. The second one is a conjugation guide to the verb tener. The verb is tener. So you better get comfortable conjugated in different tenses. So that's it for today, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button and I hope to see you soon. Bye!